Angela!
What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Rat2501 here. Alright, time for the Warhammer part of Double Feature Friday. Alright, so this is another thing from Commissar Gamza, could Deadpool survive Warhammer 40k? This is amazing. I just thought of theorizing something about this. It's just hilarious. So I thought, I gotta do it, alright? So, excuse me. Bit of gas. Alright, so let's see what we got here and go.
Why, hello there, everybody. Welcome to this video. So today we're going to be talking about could Deadpool survive in a Warhammer 40k universe? Now,
could the Warhammer 40k universe,
let's make it more challenging.
Survive Deadpool?
Any mistakes that I do from reading or doing my notes or anything else like that, I'm just going to leave that in this video. I don't care. It's probably going to be more in the spirit of Deadpool, just screwing around and not caring. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump off into Deadpool's powers and abilities. And what he's most primarily known for is his regenerative powers. So let's go ahead and start off with reading this. Deadpool possesses a superhuman healing factor derived from that of the mutant Wolverine that allows him to regenerate damaged or destroyed bodily tissue with far greater speeds and efficiency than an ordinary human. Deadpool is able to heal injuries such as slashes, puncture wounds, bullet wounds, and severe burns within moments. His healing factor is significantly more powerful than that of Wolverine's, as he can regrow missing limbs and organs and has survived blades through his brain on several occasions.
He survived being liquefied. I could have sworn,
wasn't there a comic where Wolverine got turned, like he was blasted, and all that was left was like a skeleton, his adamantium skeleton.
Dude,
and he just
Wolverine has regenerated from a single drop of blood.
So I guess it just depends on who's writing these stories. But once again, whenever we take someone and verse it into another universe, it's better to take them at their full power rather than kind of like, how would you put it? You don't want to nerf them and then put them into Warhammer 40k, especially with how extreme things are in 40k and how much people want to suck it off. Now, let's go ahead and move down. Foreign chemical resistance. Deadpool's body is highly resistant to most drugs and toxins. For example, it is extremely difficult, though not impossible, for him to become intoxicated. Let's see, Blind Al, I don't know who that is, made several references to Deadpool being hungover since, what? That's such weirdly worded. Blind Al made several references to Deadpool being hungover, damn, since he once drunkenly spoke to the Teletubbies on the TV he was watching. Okay, sorry, I jumbled the whole thing up. He can, however, be affected by certain drugs, such as tranquilizers, if he's exposed to a large enough dosage. I kind of see this as like, it's whatever the plot calls for. So it's like, hey, in one scene, he gets shot with a dart that would kill like a powerful mutant. And then the next scene, he's drunk talking to the Teletubbies just for the sake of comedy. So I would say that he's probably going to be largely immune to anything that's actually going to hurt him. But if it's going to be funny, then it's going to affect him. It's just one of those weird, contradictory powers for the sake of it just being more comedic relief, you know. Kind of like how Hercule from Dragon Ball Z was like dodging Kid Boo's attacks and stuff. It's just for the sake of comedy. Anyways, extended longevity. Actually, I skipped one. Diseased immunity. The unique regenerative qualities of Deadpool's healing factor also extends to his immune system, rendering him immune to the effects of all known diseases and infections. Damn, and some unknown ones. Let's see. Extended longevity. Deadpool's healing factor provides him with an extended lifespan by slowing the effects of the aging process to an unknown degree. His lifespan is extended to such a degree that in an alternate reality version of him, he was alive and still in business as Deadpool 800 years into the future. I kind of imagine that he would be technically immortal, also because he was basically cursed by Thanos with undeath.
To be immortal.
Kind of reading on here, it says the same thing. Yeah, Deadpool has established a relationship with the personification of death, and as a result has been cursed by Thanos to be unable to die. So I guess his extended longevity doesn't really matter if he can't die. It's just silly to even talk about that. Telepathic immunity. This I didn't know about. The healing factor causes his brain cells to be in a constant state of flux and regeneration, rendering him immune to psychics such as Professor X and Emma Frost. Recently, Deadpool has not demonstrated this ability. He was able to be telepathically linked to the rest of the X-Force team by Psylocke and has fallen under mind control of Shadow King. Again, I guess that's whatever the plot goes. I think it's probably better to go with just simply telepathic immunity if they're going to be inconsistent with it.
You really don't want to get into Deadpool's mind, trust me.
Throat clear. Now, peak human strength. Deadpool possesses great, though not unnatural physical strength. So it looks like he can only lift around like 800 pounds or so. So he's stronger than your average human, but he's still like at the peak form of human strength, which is not too. That's nothing crazy.
Oh, Captain America
superhuman stamina. Deadpool's
lower.
muscular regenerative capabilities considerably less fatigue toxins. I read that completely wrong. Deadpool's musculature generates considerably less fatigue toxins. Damn it. Than the muscles of an ordinary human being. Oh my gosh, guys! I think I'm having an aneurysm right now.
You're having a hard time
granting him
reading
superhuman levels of stamina in all physical activities. He can physically exert himself at peak capacity for several days before boredom or stress takes over. So, in a sense, he's actually a little bit beyond a Space Marine at that point. Space Marines can really push themselves for quite a long period of time, and they don't produce those toxins that cause a lot of fatigue in the same way that humans does. But looking at it here, Deadpool can go at maximum capacity for days on end until he basically just gets bored. As far as I know, Space Marines do get exhausted. There was an instance of Helbrecht who was getting exhausted from chopping Imhotep, the Stormlord, because he just kept healing and stuff, and after the battle, Helbrecht himself was beginning to get exhausted. So that goes to show that Space Marines, while they're superhuman, eventually they do reach a peak and they begin to diminish. At this point, he can just go on at 100% forever until he just gets bored. Superhuman agility. Deadpool's ability to balance and bodily coordination are enhanced to levels that are beyond the natural physical limits, even of the finest human athletes. So he's basically just another Spider-Man or whatever else like that. That should be beyond Captain America. That's beyond the finest human athlete. And I think technically speaking, Captain America is just like the perfect human, and this seems to be a little bit beyond that. Superhuman reflexes, superhuman speed. Although, let's see, Deadpool has superhuman speed thanks to Weapon X, but he sometimes relies on his teleportation device. Okay. Yeah, he's got abilities of mixed martial arts and all the other stuff. Essentially, at this point, it's just like he's really good at, you know, shooting people. He's got good swordsman skills, etc., etc. I think at this point we can just kind of mark him up.
And big guns.
He's pretty much like an assassin that's been raised to a slightly higher level. Assassins in 40k are very powerful. They're also physically very strong as well because they're hyped up on a ton of drugs. And I would assume that they're probably physically stronger than Deadpool. The agility thing, I would say they're probably about the same, but I would assume that the 40k assassins are going to be just a little bit stronger because reading some stories about them, they've always been described as being like super lean and kind of nasty looking, but at the same time incredible like physical strength to the point where they can almost destroy themselves if they have to. So it's like, imagine an assassin jumping on your neck. I'm hitting my microphone here, and he's like twisting like a Space Marine's neck, and let's say he's exerting so much physical force that his own muscles begin to rip or something. It's like an assassin is able to push himself far beyond to the point where he can just destroy himself. Though Deadpool could probably do that, it doesn't really matter because he would just heal himself.
Exactly.
So at this point, I think Deadpool would actually fit in perfectly with Warhammer 40k. He's definitely not going to be walking around like slaughtering massive demons and stuff unless you want to write some comedy in there. Then sure, he could achieve those things.
Yeah, he'll figure something out.
I would like to see it as him working for an Inquisitor initially.
Anybody who thinks that Deadpool would hit on Slanesh,
as he's like
say so in the comments.
Hey, you know, go kill this demon guy. And he's like, well, what am I going to get paid? And it's like, your payment is in the honor of the Imperium. And he's going to be like, well, screw that shit. I don't want to do this, you know?
Exactly.
So I can imagine like an Inquisitor going, if you're not going to obey, then you're going to die. Like, shoots him in the head with a bolter round, and you just see Deadpool staring at him going, was that supposed to be like my payment or something? And you just see like the Inquisitor eyeballs popping out going, well, how are you not dead? What the hell? It's a chaos guy. Let's kill him now. And so you probably just have people shooting him with all kinds of dumb shit, and he's just like plopping all over the ground. And then he's going to look like nasty human applesauce that slowly mushes back together. He reforms back into Deadpool, and he's just like, all right, guys, if you're not going to pay me, I'm out of here. So, or he accepts it on the fact that it's fun. Let's say he goes try to kill a demon Primarch. Dude, it's going to be like a video game. Imagine running up to like Angron, he just gets turned into paste, reforms, and it's almost like starting from a save point in a video game. So it's like, gotta restart all over again. So imagine trying to kill a demon Primarch, and you almost have like unlimited lives, because technically speaking, you can't die. So it's like you fail the mission, but you get to hit restart.
Just
and try
beating your
again.
head up against a wall.
Something like that, in my opinion, would be hilarious, and I would watch multiple episodes of some shit like that. But then we go on to the people who want to take this really serious. Gabza, what about a Tesseract Vault? You know, like, let's say he's going to go assassinate a Necron guy, and he throws him into a Tesseract Vault, which is like another dimension. It's like a little pocket piece of space where you're just stuck there, almost like in an infinite void, if I can remember correctly. But essentially, like, that's your prison. You're stuck in a place that has like no time or anything. And that's also what they use to capture and use, like Pokemon, I guess.
Pokemon.
The Catan shards. So they put them in those Tesseract little vaults or whatever the hell it is. And they throw
Catan
it out
shards
there,
are Pokemon.
and they can
Holy
unleash
shit.
its power. Anyways, I think I'm confusing a Tesseract Labyrinth with a Tesseract Vault, but you guys get what I'm going at here. Essentially, if you want to get down to it and you want to remove all comedy from Deadpool and just take this like Buttermilk Bob serious, Deadpool could screw some shit up in the 41st universe in the sense that he might be able to assassinate some high targets, but if they have any kind of psychic powers that could banish you, like opening up a void and sucking you in, he could be dealt with through that. He can be put into a Tesseract Labyrinth where he's just stuck there forever.
Yeah, but he'd screw up a lot.
You basically can't kill him, but you can at least banish him to the point where he's just in the warp, floating around.
Yeah,
with,
but Deadpool,
you know, all these crazy
his ability
demonic
to rip through
entities
time
like poking
and
at his
space
pee-pee hole and stuff like that. And so, I guess if you want to take this to Buttermilk Bob levels,
oh my god,
he could survive in the 41st millennium because he's immune to dying. He can't die, but he could get royally screwed over with being tortured for a long time. Being possessed, it kind of seems like he would be very resistant to it.
Yeah,
but
you wouldn't
possibly
want
if
to.
you're able to make him go insane, which technically he already is insane.
Yeah.
But you might be able to just like scoop out his brain and then just throw in some crazy demonic brain where his body's alive, but maybe his personality dies. I don't know.
But his brain would regenerate his
That's
body.
probably down for debate and arguments in the comment sections. Overall, I think he would be good, but if you want to take it dead serious, he would have to be banished. If he's not banished, then yeah, he's not going to die. He's just going to keep coming at you. So technically speaking, if you want to just say pound for pound, axe for axe against Angron,
he didn't say anything about actual chaos,
Deadpool would win. Because it doesn't matter if he dies 1,000 times, technically speaking. Like, let's say he loses 1,000 times in close combat. Eventually, he's going to just keep coming at you to the point where he'll wear you down. Even a demon Primarch. He can't die. And as you can see, he can operate at peak physical performance.
Yeah, but he would hit on Slanesh.
He actually wants to kill you, and you can't banish him. It seems like you're just going to die. But anyways, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I'll have more for you.
Nurgle up the ass, and he would Deadpool would also beat Zeech in a game of Logic. Okay, I'm just putting that out right there. Okay, you know, Deadpool trumps the Chaos Gods because, you know, all right? Cause that's just because of his total insanity. I mean, that's not even talking about his Infinity Stone, which is the Infinity Stone of continuity. Anyway, that's interesting to think about. Excuse me, I'm seeing some other ones here too, like Ghost Rider, Terminator, Survive, Warhammer. Awesome. Those will be for another day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, share this video on social media, and of course click on the link to the original down in the description, get down to Commissar Gamza's channel and give him a like on the original and sub to him. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.